Hello, people of the interwebs. This is your favorite abandoned warehouse car reviewer, Sarah here, with the all-new 2020 Subaru Outback Limited. New for 2020. It is updated because it has a FB25D, a direct injection version of the former FB25, which is port injection. But I'm going to nerd out in the garage with tech specs later. First, look at it. It's got a beard and it's crystal black silica, which means it's attractive, as well as you shouldn't lick it. My jokes are fire. Don't ever question it. Just when you think Subaru couldn't get any more Subaru, they give the Outback a beard. Especially if this is a contrasting color. Oh, it's a beard. Thank you, Subaru. I appreciate that. As well as these headlights, which I'm not gonna call them Hawkeye headlights, even though they do kind of look like a Hawkeye, but that's reserved for the 06, 07 STI only. It's a good headlight though. The Outback Limited does come with 18-inch wheels. However, it has 225/60 18-inch Yokohama Avid GTs. So there is quite a bit of sidewall right here protecting that wheel in case you want to go off-road. I'm glad they didn't throw a set of 20s on this thing and render it completely useless off-road like a lot of crossovers in the market do. I totally get it that the roof rack is part of the rugged appeal of an Outback. However, if they made this an option to delete it, I think that'd be sick. It'd be a slick top. And then if you got the XT and swapped in a 6-speed manual, you'd have a Outback STI. Please, Subaru, just do like a limited run of 500 Outback STIs with a 6-speed manual and the new FA24. Oh, that'd be so good. This is Outback of an Outback. You're welcome. As far as the interior goes, I'm gonna keep this short, sweet, and to the simple and not bore you with pointless details like how many cubic centimeters of volume this cup holder has and whether or not it'll hold a jacuzzi for dung beetles. That just happened. Anyway, the award for the most comfortable seat in a car I have reviewed yet goes to this 2020 Subaru Outback Limited because it has this little adjustable portion at the front of the seat that you can slide forward and extend underneath your legs, especially if you have long legs like I do. I'm kind of impressed. There is a lot of room in this back seat. I did not expect that. I mean, it is a long car, let's be honest, but all right. What is this? The bolstering is not there as far as performance goes, but comfort, it's a win. You could drive cross country and I don't think your legs would ever fall asleep. Oh, awesome! The rear seats recline like they do in the Forester. Does this side do it? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome! Oh man. And they're heated and there's 2 USB jacks right here so you can charge your phones. The other materials used throughout the cabin of this Outback Limited are a massive leap in the right direction as far as quality and overall look goes, especially coming from someone that owns a 2015 Forester XT. It's night and day difference as far as quality and look of the interior goes. It does not look cheap in here, which is good considering this is a $37,000 vehicle. That's fun. You can be a douche in the backseat of this one too. Mess around with the person in shotgun's headrest. The infotainment screen in here is an 11.6-inch vertical tablet style display, kind of like something you'd see in a Tesla. And I love the fact that it included buttons along the side of the screen. So you do have your volume knob, your tune knob, as well as temperature and defrost buttons on there, which is a huge plus because if you try to do it through the menu system, it gets a little bit confusing. It's kind of cool how they have this little slider bar that goes up and down on the menu screen to adjust your temp. If you tap on apps, it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I don't really know why they made the plastic around the sunglass holder and the button for your dome lights black when the rest of the headliner is tan. It's kind of strange. I'm kind of sad Subaru went to an electronic parking brake. I prefer the old school rip it style, but they made up for it by giving this weird looking shelf slash handle thing on the passenger side, lower half of the dashboard. That's interesting. Don't do that, people. It's not nice. Start this bad chicken up. I like the little chime when it starts. Oh, that's just cute. So when you press your brake pedal, the little Outback in your gauge cluster actually illuminates its brake lights too. That's adorable. Does the door open when I open my door? Well, not in that same picture, but yeah. Let's take this thing for a rip. And by rip, It's not fast. I already tell you that. I haven't done the official test yet, but it's not fast. In the name of science session, I'll give it the beans. I'm going to keep it in automatic mode because putting it in manual mode is not going to make this thing any faster. It is a CVT. So turn off vehicle dynamic control though. See if that helps even just the slightest bit. Load this thing up a tiny bit. Go. Nope. Roar. Go. Why does it simulate fake shift still? Subaru, don't do that. There we go. It's not quick. That's why you buy the Outback XT with the FA24. It yelled at me because I took my right hand off the steering wheel just now. Ha! Ah! Ooh! The hood's nice and light. No hood struts though. What the hell kind of design is this? Oh, there we go. That's rugged. Does this still have ABCS? Huh. Imagine that. Hello! Welcome to Garage Science of Sarah. So, powering this all-new 2020 Subaru Outback Limited is the FB25D, and the D is what is new for 2020. The FB25, naturally aspirated, horizontally opposed 2.5-liter four-cylinder, now has direct injection, which is a bump in 12 horsepower and 2 pound-feet of torque over the port-injected version that was in the prior generations. The non-XT variant of the Outback produces 182 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 176 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. It is a 3,772 pound wagon, so 182 horsepower. Doesn't matter. They offer an XT variant now, which has 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque, available as early on as 2,000 RPM. So if you want more power, just buy the XT version with the new FA24 DIT that is found in the Subaru Ascent. That's what I would do. It is time for the braking test. No one behind me. Oh man. Ooh, geez. Oh, that was crazy. It really did feel like the back end of the car was gonna come off the ground and I was gonna do a cartwheel. It was smooth though. It was very smooth. It was just like, ooh, we're gonna flip over. Round 2 of Science Sarah. I was just kind of low-key showing off my nails because I just got them freshly did. So anyway, that's besides the point. The drivetrain found in this 2020 Outback is the only drivetrain you can get in it. They dropped the 6-speed manual option. So that's kind of a bummer. You used to be able to get a 6-speed manual on the base model of the Outback. And I wish they would bring that back. I really do. And not put it on the base model, put it on the top trim spec. Haha, that's how you would sell them. Anyway, moving to the CVT that's in this thing. This uses what's called active torque split. Unlike the WRX and the STI, which use a viscous center differential, this has a set of glitches. It's taking everything inside of me to not call them wizards, because whenever there's PFM involved, I just default to calling it wizards. Anyway, this is not a reactive based all-wheel drive system, whereas it lets slip occur and then sends the torque to try to, oops, let me help you. No, this is a predictive system. It's smart, so it utilizes ABS sensors, various engine sensors, and then it sends a torque where it thinks it needs to have it so that slip doesn't occur. It does utilize open diffs in their front and rear. However, unlike the WRX STI, they use viscous and torsion-based LSDs, but it gets the job done. I'm so far impressed with this thing's all-wheel drive capabilities. Let's see how this Outback does off-road. I'm not going to use X mode unless I need it. I'm just gonna drive the vehicle as it is out of the box. I don't really think these come in a box, but you know what I mean. Send it. There's not much to send. It doesn't have a lot in the meat department, but it's not spinning the tires at all on this dirt. It's just going. Go. Oh man, go. There's some large paw prints to the left of me. They could be from a bobcat, they could be from a coyote, I don't know. All I know is I'm in a wash right now, and I wanted to show you one of the hills that I do a lot of my vehicle tests with. Starts out right here, you cross a wash, and then it goes onto the hill. It's pretty steep. The Tundra got air going up this hill. If you didn't see that review, there's a link up above. Get it, truck, get it, truck, get it, truck. Hell yeah! On camera, this hill does not look as steep as it is in person, and that's just kind of an unfortunate reality when it comes to filming this kind of stuff. You don't get the real feeling of elevation changes. Go Outback. Yeah, like a little champ. Oh, it's so easy. Climb that hill like it was nothing. I didn't even struggle. I've yet to use the X mode while I've been off-road, so we're gonna try it just for the sake of trying it. Go into my settings menu. I'll tap on the little car, which should be a picture of an Outback, not a sedan in here, Subaru. Attention to detail, please. Let's see, X mode enabled. I have no idea where I'm going. I can't even pick a line. The X mode also does limit your input into the throttle, so you can't just mash it or make jerky movements with your foot. There we go. My foot is off the brake, letting the hill descent do its thing. Oh, it's just like a Toyota, so it pulsates ABS. You can hear it making robotic wheel noises. And the verdict is, if you keep into consideration, this is a family station wagon and not a rock crawler, it does exceptional. As far as regular driving goes, of course I'm gonna chuck it around a corner, and it'll do it. It does have some body roll and it shifts around a little bit, but it's on 60 series tires, which I would rather have for off-road capability, because that's why you buy something like this. I am glad that they offer an Outback XT, and I would love to get to review one of those. I feel it would be pretty fun. Ooh, I think it's gonna roll over. Okay, it doesn't like going around corners. As far as regular driving goes though, I've averaged just over 25 miles per gallon. Over the past few days I've been driving it, and it's comfy. It makes a great daily driver. The safety features on here are kind of crazy. See, it beeped at me because I was looking at the side of the road. It knows if you're not paying attention. If you guys have never seen one of my off-road reviews before, I have what's called the Meatball Score. It's a rating of 1 to 5 meatballs based on a vehicle's ability to tackle obstacles off-road that look like meatballs. I know how ridiculous it sounds. Just go with it. Anyway, the 2020 Subaru Outback Limited is going to get a rating of 2.5 chunks of meat. Anyway, I like this Outback. I'd like to see one with a lift or a 6-speed manual swap in the new XT. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye.